Since Your Pie came to downtown Clemson in 2016, it's been a huge hit with the local community. As if Your Pie's pizza, brews, and gelato aren't enough of a draw, Your Pie's second location at Dockside, Clemson adds a lakefront appeal. Waterpen sat down with owner Doug Zirbel in the new location on Lake Hartwell to talk what drew he and his family to the upstate, the Green Bay Packers, and of course, amazing pizza. If you've ever wondered how and why pizza dough is flipped, I get a hands-on tutorial on this edition of Waterpen.
The downtown store, in fact, is one of the top stores in the nation since we opened it. And so we're just trying to kind of help ourselves be able to serve our guests with a little bit more efficiency and kind of spread it out a little bit.
And you found this great place just off the intersection of 123 and Holiday Avenue. Take your first right, there's plenty of parking in the garage. Docks right on the lake in front of a courtyard with patio seating. How'd you find this spot?
Well, when the developer was putting this site together, they actually tried to find us to come here to kind of help bolster the resident life here. They kind of recruited us, and at first I was a little apprehensive. We're only a mile away from the other store, and I didn't really want to cannibalize our business, but after I saw this beautiful site, we have a band shelter for live music. We've got this green space for families and the kids to play. In fact, on the weekends, we put the yard games out there for people to enjoy. And we have as much seating on the patio as we do inside the store, which makes it truly special. And then you mentioned the lakefront. It's just a beautiful view. We do happen to be looking west, so you can enjoy the sunset at night. And as well, the boaters can come here, and there's always a slip and then be able to come on up.
You know, what makes Your Pie different from every other pizza place?
The thing that makes Your Pie different is you get to customize your pizza just the way you like it.
Okay.
And it's founded on that principle, as well as the principle of being able to be your own place in your own communities. Everywhere you go where you find a Your Pie, it's generally going to be a smaller town, and where they're located, they're the place where people love to go. That combination is kind of what makes it special. The kids get a kid's meal and a small pizza, and they get the rest of the dough to play with. We throw the dough in front of you, build it in front of you, and then you can watch it cook in our brick oven. But the other two elements that go with it, the pizza, the brews, and the gelato, right? The brews, we've got the best tap selection in town for the finest beers, and then for the kids, for yourself.
Yep, that's right.
We've got authentic Italian gelato, and the kids love it. Kids get it complimentary with their meal.
What's your popular pizzas? What are people coming in here and just absolutely tearing up at your restaurant?
The most common is people will come through and they'll build it just the way they want it.
Okay.
Pick your dough, pick your sauce, pick your topping, and build your own. But we do have some specialties, and there's one that I like in particular, and it's called the hot honey pepperoni.
Okay.
We've got some marinated jalapenos and some Mike's hot honey that goes on top of that after you cook it. And this time of year, when the peaches are ripe, we have a peach prosciutto pie that features a little bit of olive oil and ricotta, and then some prosciutto and peaches on top, and then there's a honey glaze that we put on top of that. When it's done, it's just delicious.
And then you got vegetarian options as well, gluten-free options?
Vegetarian, vegan, if you have an allergy.
Right.
We specialize in being able to make a pizza that we can make in a back in our walk-in cooler. We have a separate line of ingredients. We go back in the cooler and we make your pizza away from any kind of potential cross-contamination that there might be on the line. Wow. So we have a great vegan cheese for people who are lactose free, and then we obviously have gluten-free that we can also make for those that are gluten sensitive.
How'd you get to Clemson, South Carolina, and then how did you get into the Your Pie business?
Denise and I moved here approximately 10 years ago. After myself being in manufacturing for 25 years, we moved all over the country. Once we got here, we said this is home. We found Lake Hartwell, and we fell in love. We decided that one way or another, this is what we're going to do. So let's figure out a way to stay. And pizza was kind of the avenue for success. Always wanted to brew beer and have a restaurant kind of combination. And Your Pie is kind of the best of both worlds. We have awesome craft beer. I don't have to brew it. I can buy it, and we've got the best pizza in the area. Meld those two together and you got the best combination in the world.
You talked about moving all around the country. I see a lot of Green Bay stuff. What's going on with the Green Bay? You a Packers fan?
I'm a diehard Packers fan. In fact, my blood is green. I bleed green. Born and raised in Green Bay. In that light, the downtown store is actually the upstate Packerbackers spot. So all of the Packer fans in the area, we've got about 25 diehards that come down every Sunday.
Just like the Packers have a history of great quarterbacks, Your Pie has some talent that can throw the dough. They're pretty excellent at that tossing dough, so is that a hard thing to do?
Well, it's the first thing we teach every one of our new staff members how to do. You want to give it a shot?
Oh man, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I better. I quickly learned there's more to making good pizza dough than just the toss. Okay.
You've done this before, haven't you?
No, I've never done this.
It looks really good. You want to get all this excess off of your dough.
Okay.
That way it doesn't burn in the oven. So
Okay.
we're going to pick it up, give it a little toss between our hands. That's going to knock all that stuff off. You're going to support it with your left hand, kind of the top of it. That's the best way to not tear through it.
Okay.
And with your right hand, you're going to drape over, but kind of run your fingers along the crust, and that's where all your rotation's coming from. You ever play basketball?
I do.
You know when you play basketball, you're following through your shot?
Right.
That's where all your rotation's coming from.
Okay.
So you're going to
so
come
the follow
up
through.
and around, and then you're going to shoot up at the top. It's going to look like...
Okay, so what's the purpose of tossing the dough?
Stretches it out a little bit, it rounds it out, and knocks whatever flour and semolina is left over, and it looks cool. People like to see the dough go in the air, so.
I was wondering that. I thought you just did it for show. So there's actually a reason to do it, but it's for show as well.
It's for show as well, yeah.
All right,
But it's
perfect.
fun, it's fun. So.
It is fun. All right, here we go.
Amazing. There's
Yeah?
no way that was your first time.
I'm here.
That was really good.
I'm here. From there, it's your chance to customize the pizza. They put it in the oven, and then it's time to chow down. All right, so we got the finished product here. What do we got?
We have a hot honey pepperoni.
Oh man, okay, this looks really good. Okay, so I did hear you guys are hiring. I mean, you saw my pizza throwing skills, my dough throwing skills. What do you think, man?
I think you had a good start, but I think we need some more practice.
Oh no. All right, that one carried a little bit. I think it was the wind. That wasn't bad. I probably should have just stopped after one. Okay, all right, roger that.
Why don't you go ahead and have a pizza?
I will. This looks really good. Be sure to visit Your Pie at either the downtown Clemson or Dockside locations. Pizza, brews, gelato, and now a Lake Hartwell view. Don't forget to follow Water Pins and stay tuned for our next feature. And let us know in the comments what your favorite spot is on the water. It just might be the next Water Pin.